Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. So today, as the title suggests, we are looking at some of the highest rated makeup and beauty products from Amazon. So I went on there, typed in blush, and then saw what the highest rated was. So we're gonna try them all out today. Only thing I didn't get was eyeshadow because I thought I had the palette that was the highest rated, and it turns out I don't. And the concealer. I'm sorry, but we have 10 other products to try, so let's get into it. But before we do, a huge thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Haruharu Wonder. I wanted to share with you their Black Rice Deep Cleansing Oil. This is unscented, and yes, you can see it's been loved. I've used quite a lot of this already. I absolutely love oil cleansers. I do not like wipes as a final cleanse. Oil cleansers literally melt away and dissolve your makeup completely removed from the skin, leaving no traces behind. What I love about this one and the brand Haruharu Wonder in general, I used their cleanser before and I used it up completely, and I also use their sunscreen, their Black Rice sunscreen. As much as I do like oils, some of them don't feel great on the skin afterwards. This one is very lightweight, feels very smooth and silky on the skin, and when you wash it away just with water, it completely comes off the skin. It doesn't leave any trace of oil behind. It leaves the skin feeling really smooth and soft. And of course, being from the Rice Bran range, there is Rice Bran oil in this, which is very softening to the skin. It's also an antioxidant, and also vitamin E, which is another antioxidant in there too. So not only is it a great makeup remover, as I have shown you, and we'll also show you at the end of this video because we're going to remove it. So not only is it a great makeup remover, but it also has all those skincare added benefits. One hack I really like with cleansing oils, before you do your makeup, is to just put a layer of a face oil on your face and leave it for like 5-10 minutes. Do something else around the house and gently rinse it away, and then your skin feels nice and plump and soft, and you can just go in with your makeup and you have a perfect base. It's a great tip for long-lasting makeup. You can find the link for this incredible oil cleanser down below in the description box. It is also available on Amazon, also like all these other products. So we will come back to the Haruharu Wonder Deep Cleansing Oil in a bit. You can find the link for the oil down below in the description box, and thank you again to Haruharu Wonder for sponsoring this video. Let's start with okay, so we have an eye primer, but I didn't get eyeshadow. This is the Thank Me Later eyeshadow primer by Elizabeth Mott, and there's a safety seal, so that's nice. Heads up, there's going to be a few brands you've probably never heard of here, but high reviews. It's good reviews. My microphone's so high up. Okay, so it's like this pink creamy texture. Here's what I look for in an eye primer. A bit of coverage, not too much coverage, not concealer coverage, and something sticky, tacky, so I know my eyeshadow is gonna grip and stay on a long time. I suppose I have to put down eyeshadow to test it. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so it just kind of looks like an eye cream. Okay, so it's not that kind of eye cream. Okay, so it's really sheer. It's almost like Urban Decay's priming potion in terms of texture. These aren't my favorite kinds of eye primers, I'll be honest with you. My eye does look a little bit brighter in comparison to the side that doesn't have the primer. You really don't need that much. I think if you use too much of this, your eye is going to get a little bit slippery, you know, like that silicone-y texture. But okay, you know what? I don't know if you can see on my eyelids. It is slightly sticky, which is what I want. It's a good, wait, how can I show you? Let's do a really quick eye look just to kind of test the primer and see how it is. So I'm going to use an eyeshadow formula I'm very familiar with and really like, just so I know, you know? Okay, let's apply the first color. Getting good color payoff, which is nice, and it's blending nicely, which this eyeshadow brand does, but sometimes it really does depend on the primer underneath too. Okay, so I've done a quick look on top of the eyes here. It actually works really nicely as an eyeshadow primer. I'm very surprised. It's been a long time since I've used like a non-color eyeshadow primer. Usually I use one that has a little bit of coverage, a little bit more waxy, and a little bit more base-like, you know what I mean? Whereas this was like a clear cream. So, you know, it worked. It did what it needed to do. Okay, let me do a bit of concealer, and then I'm gonna do it under the eyes. Max Factor Multi Protector. This wasn't, I didn't even see this on Amazon, to be fair, but just so you know which one I'm using, and then I'll finish up under the eyes, and then we'll move on to the foundation. So the highest rated foundation on Amazon was L'Oreal True Match, like the original. This is actually a foundation I use, you can see, and I always talk very positively about this foundation. I really like this one, and the serum foundation too, or the serum version. So I know I'm gonna enjoy this foundation. I actually used to use this in my professional kit sometimes for like proms because it was such a universally good foundation for so many skin types. I mean, look, it just goes on. It's so good. But look how it just looks so natural on the skin, but just eliminates unevenness instantly. It's just such a good foundation. Okay, so we have bronzer next. Oh, you know what I should do? I should probably do blush first. Okay, let's do blush because I'm going to use a cream and the other two products are powders. The highest rated blush on Amazon was e.l.f. Putty Blush. Again, another product that I use quite often. I love the e.l.f. Putty range in general. Their bronzers, their contour, their primers. I am like cut my mouth because I ate salt and vinegar Pringles and now I'm like damaged. I personally love the putty blushes because they just blend amazingly well with the skin, with your foundation. You can't really go wrong with them either. They're kind of foolproof. And look, they just look like skin. It looks like I'm a delicate person just blushing. I love it. And I love the shade range in this as well. They have some really nice, deep, beautiful colors. And then they also do like peaches and things like this. Really cute. Let's go on with bronzer. So the most popular on Amazon, and this was Amazon UK, the most popular bronzer was Collection's Bronze Glow. This is enriched with vitamin E. So we know that has good moisturizing benefits for the skin and is an antioxidant. I've never tried a Collection bronzer. I must have sometime in my life tried Collection makeup. I actually think the black eyeshadow I used to wear from my emo days was Collection. So I am doing the bronzer on top of the putty blush only because, but I also do want to do it in my temples up here. Excuse me, hair, sorry. Just to get an idea for color, because of course it's going to deepen slightly on the cream. It's nice. It's going to be all caught up in my beard. It's nice, but it is nice. The color isn't for me. It's almost too traditionally bronze, if you know what I mean. I do like my bronzers to be a little bit colder. Not like contour cold, but just a little bit colder. Yeah, not sure on that one. Okay, highlighter. Another brand I've never really heard of. This is the Technic Get Gorgeous Highlight Powder. This is the shade. I don't think it has a shade. Oh, it's very white. Okay, how are we gonna make this work? Because I'm very bronzed at the moment. Oh, actually, okay. It's surprisingly kind of like not as shockingly white as I thought it was gonna be. You know what, it's fine. I would be wary of using it so heavily because it is, especially on my skin tone or deeper, because it is very much white powder, but it does have a subtleness to it. So I don't mind that. That's a like, yeah, sure. Okay, let's take a look at face powder. The most popular one, highly rated, was the Maybelline Lasting Fix Loose Powder. I just spilled it everywhere, but this is it. And it says it has an all-day matte finish. So what I'm gonna use my brush just in the areas like round the nose. Let's use a brush first and just see how strong it is. This is actually, maybe I don't need to use the puff. That's really, really nice. Really matte, really smooth. It's not like globulary or cakey. Oh, actually, it's seamless. You can't see that I have powder on my skin, but my skin is matte. Oh, I really like that. I like that a lot, actually. What I will do, I will go in a little bit on these little bits here with a puff, just to see what it's like pressed into the skin. I like it. I do like it. I think that's really, really nice. Okay, so I have two lip products. These are lip oils. These are the highest rated on Amazon, of course, because I don't know what I keep saying. These are Langmanni skin lip oils. So they were kind of like flavors, and this one was an apple and this is chocolate. I actually don't like the smell of fake chocolate, you know, like M&M's world. Oh, that doesn't sound like chocolate. It sounds good. Oh, that sounds really good. What is that smell? That sounds kind of great. Okay, let me just smell the apple one. Doesn't really have any smell. There wasn't really much information on the box of these. There's quite a few different like flavors, I guess you can say, but a lot of them were sold out. Okay, let's start with this apple one. It has no taste. That is like a glossy lip oil. Oh, and it keeps its gloss. I'm quite impressed. I'm actually really surprised how, there's a reason I guess that they're highly rated. That's actually very comfortable on the lip. Let me try this chocolate one because it has a little bit more color. Yeah, I like that too. Let me just erase the edges. I like that too. It's not intense. It's not too in your face. It's quite nice. Okay, last but not least, we have some Ardell Wispies. These were the best selling on bonus sixth pair. These were the highest rated on Amazon. And we all know Ardell Wispies give you a bit of length. So for Ardell Wispies, they always have a really nice like thin rib, which I really like. On lashes that have a thick rib, they're kind of sometimes a little bit more difficult to apply because they poke up on the inside or outside corner. So you need to kind of like shape them and curl them around a brush and do all this stuff. Whereas a lot of the Ardell lashes actually really have a really nice like really movable rib. Yeah, just so easy to apply and they just so easily blend with your natural lashes. Okay, this is our full face of Amazon. I'm actually gonna film a few more videos in between this and then I'll be back in a minute and we're gonna take it off. Okay, I finished filming a few videos, so let's take off this makeup. So 1 or 2 pumps. Most satisfying area to start is the eyes. And I always go around the lids first because we still want to be a little bit more careful around eyes. Look, it literally dissolves the makeup. You don't have to rub hard. You don't need to do anything. It literally just takes it off. And you can feel, I can feel my mascara coming off with it too. So just very gently, I'm just gonna go around in circles like this and on the lid. But oil gives you a really good slip, so there isn't really any way you're gonna rub too hard or anything, you know? And if you wear like a big, like strong brow soap or you wear something in your brows that's quite harsh, just literally hold the oil onto your brows for a little bit and then just wipe through and it'll come off so simply. So simply, so easily. Okay, so I'm just gonna rinse this face. It's that simple, a really quick, clean face, just using a face oil. I love it so much. It's the best way to remove your makeup, especially if you're doing it more than once a day. Thank you so much again to Haruharu Wonder for sponsoring today's video. This will be linked down below for you, along with everything else I have used in this video. Do consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.